Hey guys, it is time for another edition of Do I Own That Already? You guys seem to like the last one, so I thought I would do another what's the word I'm looking for? Installment? I don't know. Another episode? I don't know what the word is. But yeah, so this is kind of impromptu, and I'm just kind of doing this by like flying by the seat of my pants kind of thing. So we'll see what we come across here. But yeah, I'm excited to look into this and see what we find. So let's look on Trend Mode 1, shall we? So you guys might think I'm crazy because I'm starting off with this, but I'm going to anyway. So I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. And I'm not a huge fan of Lilo and Stitch, but I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. So I saw that Wet n Wild is coming out with a Disney collab with Wet n Wild and Stitch. And so it has the Catching Waves Sponge and Scrub set. It has a Hula Honey Glow Face palette, which really appeals to me, actually, if I'm being honest. The No Bad Day Setting Mist, the Ohana Shadow Palette for Eye and Face, the Vacation Mode Makeup Bag, the Chillin' Wet Lip Gloss, or Wet Lip Oil Gloss. I think there's 3 of those. The Makeup Brush Set, an eyeliner set, and a waterproof mascara. And this will all be available June 19th at Ulta, June 30th on their website, and it's also coming to CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, and Rite Aid, but it doesn't say when. Okay, so when I saw it, I just thought it was absolutely adorable. First of all, it's a lot of neutrals. I love neutrals. But I love that Hula Honey Glow Face Palette. It looks gorgeous. So there are like 2 bronzer shades. One would be too deep for me, but one looks like it would work. And then there are 2 highlighter shades, which are like a golden highlighter, which is kind of what I go for. I like a golden highlighter. And then the eyeshadow palette is really beautiful. It has some very beautiful nudes, and then some pops of color in there that like are pops of color I would use like maybe on the bottom lash line or something like that. I love the little sponge and the little scrubber that it comes with, because it looks like a little surfboard. So I just thought that was the cutest thing. However, do I need this? Do I have it already? I don't have it already. As far as like the Stitch collab, but I do have a collab with Wet n Wild, and it's the Saved by the Bell collab. If you've not seen my video on it, I'll link it down below. I love that collab. I love that I have it. That was one of my absolute favorite shows growing up. I used to wait and watch that show. You know, when you used to have to wait and watch like weekly, I used to wait for that and watch it when it came on weekly, and I just love that show so much. And so for me to be able to had a hair out of place somewhere, for me to be able to have that, I just absolutely love it. So the thing about it is, I have it in my collection, and it's more of a collector's item than it is like something that I use, because I'm not a huge fan of Wet n Wild eyeshadows. I never have been. Never really liked any of their eyeshadows that I've tried. So that's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, can't wait to get my hands on. Now their face products, like Wet n Wild face products, are pretty good. Like I've went through a whole Wet n Wild bronzer before. So those are really good, and that's why I'm thinking maybe this face palette might be good. Do I need another bronzer or highlighter in my collection? Absolutely not. Do I need another makeup sponge? Absolutely not. I have plenty in my collection. This is more of like just wanting it for like the gimmick part of things than anything. And again, it's not like I'm a huge fan of this. So do I have it in my collection? No, I don't actually. Do I have these shades in my collection? Yeah. I've got these shades in my collection 100 times over. The Wet n Wild Saved by the Bell collab had the big eyeshadow palette. They had a setting spray in there. They had a mascara in there. There is some makeup brushes in there. I can't think what else. Trying to think. There's lip glosses in there. So do I need it? Absolutely not. So I'm gonna be able to pass on this just because, like, I just don't need it. But that face palette, I don't know. It just really looks good. I have a problem with bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. Like, those are my weakness. So yeah. I'm moving right along. This one is the Warmth Depth Shine collection from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. She is coming out with a Sunbathe pressed bronzer. So it's a matte pressed bronzer. She has 10 shades of that. She has a reflective light putty highlighter that she's coming out with, which I think is basically the same formula she came out with last summer. She's just maybe coming out with a different shade. I think it's mostly all the same shades except for one. And then she's coming out with more of her hydrating lip oils. Okay, guys, I'm very tempted by this one. I have to say, I went through my whole lip oil from Jaclyn. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but I've thrown it away, so I don't have it to show you. But I went through my whole lip oil from Jaclyn. Which shade did I have? I don't even remember. I think it was like Candy Drip, maybe. It's like the deep, like the red one. It's the one I had. I love that. I used it daily. It felt so good on the lips, and I loved it so very much. Well, she's extended the shade range with that. So they have 4 original shades and 6 new shades, so there's 10 altogether. They're $20 a piece, though. That is my only, like, I don't know. However, if you've been around a little bit, you know that I like the Too Faced Pillow Balm, or Pillow Treatment Balms, or whatever they're called. I have 2 of those. I have a watermelon, and I have like the original, like the white one. The white one is almost completely gone. Like, I'm scraping at it each night. So in my mind, I'm kind of justifying myself as buying that one, but do I need it? Do I have that? I don't have this particular lip oil in my collection anymore. I did go through one already. The putty highlighter, I actually have my putty highlighter from last year, and I have the shade Star Power, and it's really beautiful, but I don't reach for it all that often. Like, as far as a putty highlighter formula, I prefer like my ColourPop, to be honest with you. I mean, it's very beautiful. I think my problem, like, see, it's very reflective, and it's beautiful. My problem, I guess, and it's not even really a problem, but it's just, you can see like glitter in these, and I don't like the glitter part of it. So that's the reason I kind of like stay away from these, or stay away from this one in particular. But it is very beautiful. It's a little deep for me, but I still kind of like a golden highlighter, so this works. So I don't know. I mean, I don't like it enough to go and buy another one, that's for sure. Not for $29 when I can go and buy a ColourPop one for much cheaper. So I'll be honest with you, I'm seriously considering getting a bronzer. I just really like my Jaclyn stuff that I've purchased from her, like, for a long time. I was like, no, I'm not purchasing from her. It's just another influencer brand, but she has some really quality stuff that I've tried so far. So I'm very tempted to get maybe a bronzer, maybe a lip oil. I don't know. I'm not saying I am going to. I'm tempted, because the bronzers are new. Like, I have her, like, I have these bronzer blush duos. I have this one, and then I have another one. And I really like the bronzers in here, and these are like a baked formula, and these are pressed, so it's a little bit different. This one's a little bit light for me, actually. I just really wanted this, if I'm being honest. So I'm very tempted, just because I really love her quality. I've loved just about everything that I've tried from her, and that ends up becoming like a favorite of mine. So that's a very tempting thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do I have it in my collection? Absolutely. I own it already. 100 times over, I probably own it. But I'm itching to buy something. I think that's my problem right now. because I've not bought anything since I bought the Dominique Cosmetic stuff. Like, that's my last purchase. I did buy a eyebrow pencil, a NYX eyebrow pencil, but that was my last purchase. So I'm really itching for something, and I think that that might be a problem in this video. So yeah. Next we have ColourPop in the Springs collection, Palm Springs collection. There's an eyeshadow palette, 3 Super Shock highlighters. I just talked about the highlighters, how much I love them. 4 if I could talk, 4 glowing lips, and 3 cream gel liners. I love their cream gel liners. I've never tried the glowing lips, so I don't know if that's a new formula for them. The Super Shock highlighters are in a like a square instead of like this is my favorite Super Shock. It's the shade Wisp. It just is so much more creamy than Jacqueline's. And it to you may not look as like reflective as Jacqueline's, but I promise you, like, it just looks so pretty on the skin, and I would reach for this one over Jacqueline personally. That's just a me thing. So the eyeshadow palette, yeah, I've got in my collection like 2 or 3 times. Like, I have the Wet n Wild, sorry, not Wet n Wild. I have the Wild West, Urban Decay Wild West palette. This is very similar to that. It has a lot of neutrals in it. I have tons of neutrals in my collection. So yeah, I'm really okay with this, especially a lot of these like golden bronze, kind of bronzy shades. I have that 100 times over. I have my bronze palette from Natasha Denona. Much better quality than ColourPop. Not that ColourPop is bad, just that I have that. So as beautiful as this is, and I love the color story, I don't need the palette. The Super Shocks are beautiful. That's something I might consider, but I don't need. And I'm probably not going to buy because I have it in my collection. I don't need it. The cream gel liners. I always love a good cream gel liner. That lightest one looks really, really tempting, but I have tons, and I always said, or I haven't always said, but since I found the NYX Epic Wear liners, I don't think I'll go back to ColourPop cream gel. They just, the NYX are so much better. The lippies look really good. I just don't need another lippy in my life. I have so many. So I'm okay. So the new Rim Beauty Chapter 3, they have lip oils, lip balms, the classic lipsticks, lip liner pencil, liquid lipstick. I have enough lip stuff in my collection, and like, do I have these exact shades? I don't know that I do, but I probably have something very similar. As far as like the lip oil, this like lightest one, I'll try to like circle it when I put it on there. I do have a Morphe 2 lip gloss, or I'm sorry, lip oil that looks similar. Like, it has like a purplish tint, which you're probably just seeing clear, but it does look kind of purpley like that one. So this one doesn't have a doe foot. It's just like a squirty tube. But that's very similar. Now, lip liners always are like a thing for me. Like, do I need another lip liner? No, I don't, but they look good. And the applicators look really good on those lip oils, to be honest with you. Like, it has like a little metal ball in the center of the applicator. That's kind of unique. Liquid lipsticks look good. I don't need any. I have these colors, and any color that I would choose, I have that color in my collection. I don't need it. So no, I can pass on that. I have that in my collection so many times. So many times. So definitely don't need that one. I can totally skip on it. This is a brand that doesn't really interest me, but I just wanted to mention it since it's right here. This is the Keys Soul Care. This is the Gleam On Highlighting Balm. It looks beautiful. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. It's just more for like a natural look. And even though I have more natural makeup today, you might not think so if you're seeing my video for the first time, but I promise you, this is more natural makeup for me. So I don't usually do like a no makeup look. Like, I don't usually do like nothing on and then I put a little highlighter and I go. I don't do that, but that's kind of what this is. And I like, Alicia Keys is known for no makeup, and she looks gorgeous without it. I do wear a lot of no makeup, but that's because I'm not going out of the house. Nobody's seeing me except my husband, and he doesn't care. He thinks I'm pretty no matter what, thankfully. I've got him fooled. But yeah, that's just something that doesn't interest me, and it's nothing against Alicia Keys or her brand or anything. I think it's wonderful. It's just not a me thing. Like, that's not my kind of makeup. You know what I mean? So that's why. That's why I just wanted to quickly mention that. This is something I really thought hard about. This is the Lash Princess eyeliner pens from Essence. Oh my goodness. I love a good eyeliner. I love a good pen. I like a felt tip. A lot of people like a brush tip. I like a good felt tip. And they have a black waterproof, the regular black, and then they have a brown. It just looks, it looks good. It looks big. It looks like a big liner. So that's the only thing I'm kind of like, I don't know, but I actually could really use a new brown liner. So maybe I'm actually out of brown liquid liner, to be quite honest. So no, I don't have a brown liquid liner in my collection. I do have one, but it's almost dry, so I do need a new one. So yeah, maybe I don't have that. This is a completely different video than the last, right? I told you I'm just kind of like itching for a purchase. That's the problem. I am skipping over a few things that just don't interest me per se. So just because I'm not mentioning it doesn't mean it's not great. It just means I'm not crazy about it enough to talk about it. Okay, let's talk about this one. This one is the it's Tarte. Tarte is dropping some new products. It's the Maracuja Juicy Glow Pen, the Maracuja Juicy Lipstick Trio, the Tartelette Jewel Amazonian Clay Palette, the Shape Tape Glow Bronzer, and the Clay Play to Go Cheek Palette. These are exclusive to QVC, I believe. I think that's what I'm taking from it. These look really good. When I first saw the bronzer, I actually thought that this was a Milani bronzer. It just looked very similar to Milani. So I really love Tarte's like face products that I've tried, and especially like I have a Tarte bronzer that I absolutely love. I'm not interested in trying another one right now because I had that in my collection and I love it. I actually bought a new one, like a bigger one, not recently. I've had it for a little bit. I got it through like one of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or something. And so I have one of those in my collection for when I finish the little small one that I have. So I don't need that. I'm not a huge fan of Tarte eyeshadows. I do have some Tarte eyeshadows, and I actually have them in my thing to give away because I wasn't hugely impressed with them. The Glow Bronzer, it doesn't look like I love a glowy bronzer. I have a glowy bronzer on today. It doesn't appeal to me for some reason. I don't know exactly what it is about it that I'm not loving, but I'm just not loving it. Like, I don't know. But I have others, and yes, I have this in my collection. I don't need it, and so I can say no. I can say no to this one. This is something I don't usually talk about, but I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. This is the Lights Lacquer Funhouse nail polish collection. So I do a lot of dip on my nails, and I do a lot of red aspen press-ons. So I don't usually paint my nails, however I do paint my toes. And I did purchase the Friends collection from Lights Lacquer, and I also purchased the Murder Mystery collection, I think, because it has some very beautiful colors in the fall. And I love the quality of her nail polishes. I think they're amazing. They're vegan and cruelty free, I believe. Now these shades are beautiful. They're very bright, and usually I do like something bright on my toes, I have to say. Do I need these in my life? No, but they are beautiful. So I'm happy with the ones I have. The Friends collection was very bright for me, so that's all the bright colors I need for now. But this is still very, very beautiful. And she has a lot of like little stickers and stuff you can put on your toes. So if that's something you're ever in the market for, I can recommend. It lasts a really, really long time. So definitely recommend it. Oh, I want to talk about this one. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. So I've been very tempted to try these. There are 3 shades, or are there more? There's Bermuda, Isla del Sol, and Maui. So they look really beautiful. But I don't like the putty blush formula. Like, I have some, and I'm looking at them because they're right in front of me here. But I just don't like the formula of it. I feel like it lifts my makeup. Even without a set face, just like on regular foundation, I feel like it lifts it. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not applying it correctly or something. I don't know. Because I know a lot of people love it. So I've really wanted to try it just because it's e.l.f. and I love e.l.f. and they're like one of my favorite brands. But I've been tempted not to, but just I've been hesitant to because of my disdain for the putty blushes. I have a few shades of it, and it's absolutely beautiful. They have some beautiful, beautiful shades. I just wish I liked the formula better, so maybe one day I'll like it. Sometimes I don't like stuff, and then later on in life I like it, so maybe that'll be one of it. But I have those. I don't have the Luminous in my collection, but I have putty blushes in my collection, so I don't need the Luminous right now. So I can pass on that for sure. Let's talk about Mother Pat. So Pat McGrath has a mini eyeshadow palette in Midnight Voyage. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love those shades. Those are beautiful shades. I love purples. And the packaging and everything just looks so good. But do I have these shades in my collection? Absolutely. Have them. Completely have them. Now Pat McGrath does have a special formula. So do I have these particular shades? I don't know for sure that these particular shades that I have from her. I do have some Pat McGrath palettes. I've been fortunate enough to acquire some. But I'm happy with what I have in my collection from Pat right now. I'm happy with the other purples and neutrals and beautiful shades in my collection right now. And the ones that I have comparable to this, I'm good with. So I think I can be happy with what I have, and I don't need this in my life as much as it's beautiful. So $29 for 6 shades, and it is a little mini, so I'm assuming it's pretty small. But it looks very beautiful, but I don't need it. Okay, I'll end on this one. We won't make this a very long video. So this is so tempting, guys. This is so tempting. Oh my gosh, it's so tempting. I was watching a review on this palette today. Do I need another eyeshadow palette? No, I don't even have eyeshadow on right now. I'm not wearing eyeshadow at the moment. Why would I need another eyeshadow palette? Because I'm addicted, that's why. But I was watching a review on this today, and it just looks so beautiful. I saw Michaela on TikTok. I saw her review it. Her eye look that she did with it was amazing. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is it? The Nuevo? Is that what it's called? Nuevo eyeshadow palette. Guys, the packaging is green. It has green shadows in there. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I'm so tempted. So tempted. Like, I want to go buy it right now. That's how much I'm tempted. But the review I was watching today, compare this palette to the Tiny Marbles palette from Sydney Grace. This is the collab with Mel Thompson. I love this palette. I have a video on it, and I think it's a beautiful palette. So let's look at the shades in here. How pretty are these shades, guys? These are beautiful shades. So we have the purple. The purple's there, definitely. That kind of, that Liberty, like, deeper green we have right here. So we have that, and we even have this walking stick, which kind of leaves a little green. We have that peacock shade, which Scarab, which is one of the most beautiful shades in this palette. It is like, it's duochrome, maybe triochrome, I don't know. But that could definitely be the same We have Flutterby, which could be similar to Floor. Marvel, which could be similar to Owl. Firebuds. That could be a little bit lighter than the Hope shade. So this is very similar. It is very, very similar. So do I need this? Oh, wait a minute. What is that one shade? Paloma? Is that a shimmer? I can't tell. If Paloma is a shimmer, then this shade here, which is Web, would be very similar. This is a shimmer. But if Paloma is not a shimmer, then no. I love Sydney Grace formula. I love this palette. It's so good. I'm actually going to leave it out so that I can actually use it next time I decide to use eyeshadow. Guys, I'm still tempted. I'm still tempted. So, I don't know about this one. Do I have it? I mean, yeah. I could probably create the exact same look with this one that I would do with that one, probably. Why do I need it? Michaela took the shade Floor, so I could take the shade Flutterby, and then she deepened it up with Metro, so I could kind of like take a mix of Bugaboo and Flutterby, just a tiny bit of those two together, Bugaboo and Flutterby, and mix them together and kind of get a Metro shade and deepen it up. And then she put Liberty on the outer corner, so I could take Death Moth and put on the outer corner. And then I think she put Lily, maybe, so I could put this. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. What she used. But it was really beautiful. The look she did. So I could get something very similar from this palette for sure. There's also Meadowhawk here, so I could use Meadowhawk and then use Lily, or I'm sorry, Marvel. I'm getting the shades mixed up. Meadowhawk and then Marvel. So I could definitely do the same look that I'm hoping to achieve, but I'm still tempted. I just love greens. If you guys didn't know that about me, I love greens. So that's why I'm very tempted by this palette, and we will see if I get it or not. I can't say no. I can't say no. So we'll see. That's all I can say about this one. We'll see. There's a very good chance I may go order it right now. But what are we going to take away from this video? Then I'll probably get the ABH palette. I probably will. If you want my honesty, here's my honesty. I'll probably get the ABH palette, and I'll probably get I'm gonna deeply consider I'm gonna deeply consider a Jaclyn bronzer and possibly a lip oil. We'll see how I feel about it when it happens. So I've got a few days before it actually comes out, so it's not actually been released yet, but I got a few days to figure that one out with Jaclyn. But the ABH palette is out, so I can go purchase that now if I choose to do so. So I don't need it. Man, it just looks so pretty. So, all right. Do I have it in my collection? I have everything in my collection. Yes, I don't need it. These videos are supposed to be for me to talk myself out of buying something, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy at least one thing from this video. Do you want to comment and guess what it might be down below? Because I might surprise myself. Who knows? So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that it was as fun to watch. I know I didn't really talk myself out of as much as I did the first time. It's because I'm kind of just in the mood to buy something, and that's a dangerous place to be as a makeup junkie. So I need to get out of that mode. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if this turns out to be a long video. I didn't mean to talk so much, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.